Okay, burpees. So there's three main variations shown in the video. The simpler variation, it doesn't involve a press up or a jump. It's simply just going from the floor back up to standing. So you're going to start with your feet hip to shoulder width apart. Reach down, put your hands on the ground, and then jump your feet back into the press up position. And then all you're going to do from here, once your body is fully straight and your abs are tight, jump your feet back in, aiming to get them flat on the floor, taking your hands off the ground and standing up again. One of the main tips that I say to people here is to bring your feet back in slightly wider than when you set off. It's easier to get your feet flat on the floor and it makes the stand much easier and much more efficient. The progression from there is to throw in a press up. So again, reaching your hands down to the ground, jumping your feet back, simply lower your body down to the floor in a press up position, press back through, stand it back up again. And then the final progression is to add in a jump. So hands down to the floor, jump back into the press up position, perform the press up, and then when you bring your feet in, again, if you brought them in slightly wider, it'll be easier to get your feet flat on the ground. You simply just jump into the air, land nice and soft, absorbing the landing, and then jump into the next rep. So we're going to go through the bear crawls exercise. Great exercise for foundational movement, core stability, and it is actually a pretty good conditioning exercise as well. So you're going to start on all fours with your hands directly beneath your shoulders and your knees directly beneath your hips. You're going to slowly lift your body off the ground just so that you're hovering off the floor a couple of inches. Your torso should be parallel with the ground, so your shoulders and your hips should be in line with one another. From this position, keeping the weight through your hands and your toes, you're going to slowly take a step forward in the crawling position. So it should be the opposite arm and leg should move at the same time, whilst keeping your torso completely parallel and rigid in line with the ground. It's really common in this that we see people using too much of the legs and not enough of their arms, so they end up taking really big steps with the feet and end up with the bum rising in the air. Just make sure all the way through that you focus on keeping your bum down and your torso parallel with the ground. Big steps with the arms, little steps with the feet, opposite arm and leg. Once you get to the end, try it backwards. It can be difficult to coordinate, but again, opposite arm and leg, and slowly move backwards to the start position.